By now, I hope you've seen the email that I sent out this past week announcing that we're going to resume worship services here at the church on Sunday, June 7th at 11 o'clock. That's Sunday, June 7th at 11 o'clock. We will resume worship services here at the church. We will not resume Sunday school at this time. Sunday school will remain online. What I'd like to do is go through just a few of the guidelines. Hopefully you have seen the attachment to the email that I sent out and have read through some of the guidelines, but I just wanted to go through them just to make sure everyone understands what we're doing to keep you safe when you come back on June 7th. First of all, if you're sick, if you have a fever, a cough, a sore throat, shortness of breath, if you're running a temperature, we would ask that you please stay home, and we would encourage you to seek medical attention. Also, if you've been around anyone that has tested positive for COVID-19, we would ask that you please quarantine and seek medical attention, and we would ask that you quarantine for 14 days and seek clearance from your doctor on when it's safe for you to return. And that is just to safeguard you and also the folks here at the church that are worshiping. If you are not comfortable coming back out in public on June 7th, we completely understand, and we don't want you to feel bad about that. We don't want you to feel guilty in any way. We will continue to record the services for you so that you will be able to worship with us at home. If you don't feel comfortable coming out, you're still just as much a part of this church body, worshiping at home with us as you are if you're able to come out and worship here in the sanctuary. We ask, if you would, to please maintain a 6-foot separation between yourself and other folks here at the church when you're here. Obviously, that doesn't apply to immediate family, but for other folks, we ask that you maintain the 6-foot separation. And also, we want to, for now, avoid handshakes and hugging for the time being. Wearing of masks, we strongly encourage you to bring your own mask to the services and to wear it while you're in the sanctuary. With that being said, we're not making it a requirement that you have to wear a mask. However, we do encourage it. If someone shows up for church and they either forgot their mask or they just don't have one, we're going to make sure we have some masks on hand that we can provide to you. But for the most part, we ask that you please bring your own mask. The order of service will remain shorter than what it used to be. And part of that is to get you in and to get you out, which will reduce the risk that the virus could spread if it were to ever enter the sanctuary. So we're going to keep a shorter order of service. Pretty much what we're doing right now, we're just going to add a hymn at the first of the service. We're going to provide hand sanitizer in the narthex as you enter. And let me just walk through with you what to expect when you arrive on Sunday, June 7th at 11 o'clock. You'll enter the narthex and you'll be greeted by an usher. And this usher will have a face mask, a covering on, and also will have rubber gloves on. And this is to protect both you and the usher. The usher will hand you a bulletin, and at that time we would ask everyone before entering the sanctuary to please use some hand sanitizer that we will provide for you in the narthex prior to entering the sanctuary. When you enter the sanctuary, you will notice that we have some green tape strategically placed on the backs of the pews. The purpose of this green tape is to help us make sure that as you are sitting down, that we maintain proper separation between you and other worshipers. So what you will do, you'll come into the sanctuary, you'll look for a pew, a place on the pew that has a piece of green tape on the back of the pew. And we ask that you please only sit in front of those pieces of green tape. Also, when you are in your pews, you will notice that we have removed the hymnals and we have removed the pew Bibles for the time being. And the reason we did that is we thought that that would probably be a source if multiple people use those, as they do, of spreading germs. And so we don't want to do that. We are going to sing one hymn together, as I mentioned. It'll be at the beginning of the service, and Phyllis will provide the handout for that hymn, and it will be in your bulletins. Now, when we're finished with the service, we're going to exit the sanctuary a bit differently than what we have in the past. When it's time to exit, we'll get everyone to stand, and we'll have the ushers to come forward, and they will direct you to depart the church one pew at a time, beginning with the back pews and working their way to the front of the church. And the reason for this is it will keep us from crowding together on the way out of the church. When you get outside of the church, if you would like to stop and talk to some of your friends, we would ask if you would please to fan out on either side, further along down the sidewalks, and that'll prevent us from getting too crowded up at the steps of the church. So we look forward to seeing you on June 7th at 11 o'clock, and we have done everything that we could think of, myself and our deacons, to make this both an enjoyable experience for you, but also a safe one as well. We look forward to seeing you.